Hi, hello. I'm terrified and excited, and it's ENDWALKER, and I've only been playing this game for a few months, but quite some time ago, I accidentally watched the ENDWALKER preview movie. In fact, I'm not going to play it on stream, but I've had that information in my brain for months. Even before I got up to Heavenswood. So that was a thing that happened. But now I'm finally up to the point where my brain and the part of the game I'm up to are caught up, and I can just play the game and have a good time, and it's going to be great. And I'm excited and terrified and... Alright. The only thing that I don't have to show on stream is there was kind of a story so far, little cutscene that started off the current quest I'm in. That basically explained, so we've sunk the Ascians, pretty much. The 3 unsundered Ascians, done. Got them. They're done. Which means now up to the sundered Ascians, most primarily Fandaniel, who is a nutcase and has decided that he wants to kill everyone, including himself, destroy everything. But along the way, he's decided he wants to help the newly re-self-bodied Lord Xenos 1v1 me again. So, they've built a bunch of towers that can primal temper people to love Garlemald, as well as captured a bunch of beastmen, has summoned their primals, but in thrall to Garlemald, and things are bad. We've managed to do some stuff to, stave off demise for the moment, but, well, anyway, the point is that we have to go to Older Sharlayan, which is an island that has famously decided to never intervene in any of the conflicts between Eorzea and Garlemald, but now they're a lot more aggressive about their, quote, neutrality, to the point of, Alphino and Alice's dad was the member of their, 99-person government called the Forum to show up, say, no, fuck you, we're not helping, and then proceeded to disown Alphino and Alice, which makes me want to smack him upside the head, whether or not he had a I want to protect them reason or not. You just don't do that. So we're going to go there because we're convinced that they are hiding something and that they have some information that can help us deal with these towers, because Eorzea has... fully united, all the city-states have now fully united with the actual, different tribes. So we are now the, quote, Grand Company of Eorzea, which was Alphino's dream back in the pre-Heavenswood patches to see happen. But now it's, it's real, it's exciting, I love that boy, he deserves this, it's great. So, to game, I think someone had just stood in front of me and maybe disappeared. It was, for a second there, I saw someone was there. Okay, gamering. My microphone is not muted, the game audio is not muted. I checked that the microphone was not muted because I local muted it and made sure it was going when I started giving my speech of, hey, here's what's happening so far. So now, we're going to, oh, we're already downstairs. We're going to the boat. We're going to ride a boat. Speak with Tataru in Limsa, because basically that is the only thing that's happened in ENDWALKER so far. It's just that, this is what happened. A lot of that stuff that was talked about happened as part of the patches for Shadowbringers, and I probably could have done more Shadowbringers on stream, but I didn't. I feel kind of bad about that, but, it's fine. It's fine! It's fine. It's fine. Let me make sure that my stuff is a little bit, at its best. Kind of scared. I'm hoping this goes well. Because this game is good. And I am not good at game. Sometimes. We're not going... I'm gonna get some missile. Oh yeah, also Estinian is now an actual permanent member of the Scions properly. Because Kryl has gone as as Eorzea's, words are hard. Eorzea's diplomat to Sharlayan, and that was before. What's his name? The Dad Levier is what I'm gonna call him from now, because I don't remember until I see his name again. What is the dialogue? Sea travel can be tedious, but I don't mind it. It's a rare experience for most Ishgardians. True. Landlocked, Snow City. I never thought the day would come when I would be sailing home again. It always seemed so very far away. True, because he does have... Because, oh yeah, Grahatia has the memories of his 100-year-old self, but this is his younger self from, like, after sealing the Crystal Tower. I shudder to think what manner of truth awaiteth us beyond the indigo deep. Still more do I dread the prospect of discussions long overdue. Hi, Bean, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to find my small bag.
Ah, not a clue. Contrary to what you might think, this will be like going home for me as well. I may have learned how to survive in Limsa, but it was in Chalet where I was taught, quite relentlessly I might add, the skills to properly live. Nice. Being cute. I know.
Too many annoying things in the way.
No. Yeah, I haven't seen your little bag in a while. Ah. Ah, Bean! Was in my direction! Was at my face! Ah! What a grim reason to bring you to Charlayan. Not much to be done about it, I suppose, but I would have liked to give you the grand tour under happier circumstances. Well, part of me looks forward to returning home. I've not forgotten that my father stripped us of the privileges of our family name. Hope it doesn't cause trouble with the officials upon our arrival. I might have lived in Master Matoi's cave for a good part of my life, but even for me the thought of returning to Charlayan is quite exciting. I can hardly imagine how it is for the others who live most of their lives here. Yeah. Alright, time to speak to Tartar and actually proceed with the actual MSQ. Let's do it. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. Of course it isn't. Of course Charlayan has non-refundable fucking travel fees. The ship for Charlayan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Alright, let's do it. This shit is exciting. Unlike with Shadowbringers, and especially unlike with Stormblood, I'm going to try and do all of this expansion on camera, on stream. Because it's cool and awesome and amazing. I also tried to look up the last time cinematic, but this was the first cinematic that came up on any YouTube videos, so never mind.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
Sorry, what?
I look like a perk watcher.
Yeah, and it's cute. It's a good look on you. She's looking really pretty today. She's always pretty, but she's looking like extra nice. So, for reference, she's just being very cute. That's all. I love you, Bean. I don't know.
Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Will this be your first visit to Charlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
Buddy, you treat him like the older brother.
You dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Oh, Tataru.
Are you alright, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Oh.
It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hell-bent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Oh, friend. Bring them back safe and sound, I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Oh my god, they gave Hori Boulder a voice?
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Why am I receiving this phone call at this point in time? Right now, really? I'm receiving an important phone call that's gonna mean that I have to very briefly pause the stream. Friends, I will return. This shouldn't take too long, I hope. I'll be back. All right. Let me get that. Going back to... Here we go. Rather important phone call is over. That was a little annoying, but it was important, so had to be attended to. It's done now. Ah, I'm back. Cool. Endwalker. Let's do it. Notice this is the National with the Lunar Prime operation. We thought we'd see you up before heading to the tower. Cool. Awesome.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
Excellent.
We set the sail! All aboard for Charlian!
Charlian.
It's time.
Off we go.
We
Gods.
must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
Off we sail.
So you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux.
That's Emmett Selk's voice. Interesting.
In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
With encouragement like that, jeez.
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Glad they got his VA back because his fucking voice acting is incredible. Okay. Last time we took a journey and it did that. Something happened. I've entered a sanctuary. Whoa. Interesting. What is happening now? How dare you?
Here. Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser.
Hey, Graha.
Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
I'm real getting some Realm Reborn introductory vibes as a Limsa start player. Heard this song a lot, and seeing Human Heidelin is interesting. Oh yeah, that's a thing that happened at the very end of the Shadowbringers MSQ stuff. I think that's Human Heidelin, as in the Crystal Mother.
My voice yet reaches you.
Who might be a primal.
I am glad.
Thank you, Emmett Selk, for that insane information.
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal.
Huh. The Nat.
After your sojourn
Yeah, she has the mask.
I believe you have your answer.
Yeah, that's right, because she's the person who was a Zem became the heart of Heidelin. That was Venat, right? So it's like Heidelin and Venat, I think, is how that works, right? Armada? I have no idea, to be honest.
I have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Heidelin has always been, a primal.
Okay.
Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past.
Yeah, thought so.
A
Okay,
conjunction
I was
has
right
begun
then.
to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
So she's both Heidelin and Venat, right? Kind of, or maybe more Heidelin, I suppose, since I think unlike Elidibus, Venat isn't really kind of there. I don't know. Word's hard.
Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it.
Shit's big and I'm scared, but I'm excited.
When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Okay.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Charlian's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
Right then. I'm scared.
morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
How are your legs not dead from how you were
And
sleeping?
good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
She's real excited. Understandably so, but you know, it's funny.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Charlian.
Oh, I see it.
A no-lyrics version of fucking Footfalls?
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes. But we'll manage on our own.
Oh.
If we must.
This is striking me pretty hard.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you? Indeed, 'tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Been listening to this song for months.
We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Charlian proper.
There it is.
There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
I'm excited and scared. Hey there, Moon. We'll get to you in a moment, buddy. Fuck. Excited and scared. Oh, it's truly begun. Here we are. Oh, buddy, I'm scared. So yeah, with my accidental watching of the video quite some time ago.
The solitary island nation of the northern seas.
You're thinking I have time to talk and I don't. It's always wrong.
Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets.
I'm gonna walk to the moon if I have to, motherfucker. I'm gonna do it.
They deign to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil.
It's funny.
So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Yeah. More than empty, old Charlian. Here we go.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Thoughts brain. So, yeah, because I watched the Endwalker video a long time ago, it means I've been listening to Footfalls on and off, sometimes more than others, since that point. So hearing that come up in that cinematic just before was just absolutely beautiful. Absolutely incredible. And the second thought I had was, it might have been Emet-Selk's fault that, you know, the Garleans invaded Eorzea, but it sure as hell wasn't his fault that Charlian just kind of left instantly. So honestly, I kind of understand his derision there, because I'm kind of sharing it with him, like, Jesus Christ, you know?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hopefully, yeah, hopefully they don't block us at the border, keep us in customs for 17,000 hours.
Hasn't Charlian all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
I have no idea what's coming. I know it's exciting.
True that, As a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries.
Like, I genuinely, like, I'm happy that I don't know what's coming, because I've known bits and pieces of things, even in, like, Shadowbringers for quite some time. Very small bits, and I did not know very much of Shadowbringers, and definitely none of the specifics. Like, I didn't know about, you know, especially, like, the Emmett Selk stuff. That was pretty cool. Words are hard. Words are very hard. Yeah, but this one I just don't know what's happening. Other than the moon. That's it. I know that I'm going to the moon at some point. I don't know what's going to happen there. And I only know that because it was in the fucking video. Which I did rewatch as soon as I had gotten up to the start of Endwalker again. So I got to watch it with full context properly. We'll see how this goes. I'm scared.
From a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
That makes sense. Okay.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Off we go.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Oh, smooth. Love my boy.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
Just realized that she's called a worldly affairs official.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola Rule.
Rule, okay. I didn't know what her last name was.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with a citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Okay. So it is just an immigration computer.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
What's gonna happen with these two?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that...
Oh no, I'm worried.
The streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Shit.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
Okay, cool. Someone with a degree of sense, thank God.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation?
Adventurer by trade seems like the most appropriate option for me.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea, and it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter. And you, sir?
Estinian Valeno, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Don't say so on, don't say so on, don't say so on. Traveling hobo and former dragon slayer.
If you'll allow me...
Hi, Kryl. Thank you for being here on.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Lel. Get wrecked. Worldly Affairs official.
It is good to see you.
It is.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear.
Yeah.
There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Honestly, fair, Armada. Honestly, fair. I just was like, don't want to exacerbate, don't want to cause problems with the situation. But, you know, might anyway. What do we got for dialogue here? Unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Why should it matter how I earn my living? Understandable, honestly. Here at last, the great city of Sharlayan. You may have noticed some similarities with the Crystarium, yes? In fact, we really should let Kryl have her say first. We can continue this conversation another time. You are doubtless eager to take in the sights. Not to worry, Lorelei. The city is not like to vanish before we finish our discussion. Allow me to extend unto thee my warmest welcome, Lorelei. May the wisdom of my homeland aid us in our endeavours. Even allowing that the years I spent in the first passed here in the blink of an eye, the city feels untouched by time. I'm fine, honestly. Better to be waved through with a stern warning than be denied entry, after all. It's true. I'll say. It's about as awkward as expected. Still, we're here now, and that's all that matters. It's true. Alright. Glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. Hell yeah. Horse chestnut weapon coffer! Horse nut, horse nut. I mean, what? Oh, it's probably been put in my... Oh, I actually have to... Right, I have to crack the coffer in order to... Gods, I have too much stuff! Get out of here. I don't need you. You're not important. Just foe striker's boots. You get... Dodo egg! Get out of here. Just got too much shit now. It's the problem. I've also been doing like Alexander and all sorts of shit. I just haven't used my. What do you mean? Oh, because it was 5:15. I'm stupid. Oh, I should have gotten a fucking sword for Sam, shouldn't I? Yep. That was fucking dumb. I wish I hadn't done that. That was fucking absolutely stupid of me. That was a waste of a weapon. Shit. I guess I can sell it for Gil. Alright, cool. As I was going into the home of the guy who disowned my kids, so I was ready to smack a bitch. Same, honestly. Like, I get the feeling based on what Graha was saying about him, that he was, like, putting on an act and trying to hide something. But also, like, I am 100% ready to smack 4 men in the face. I'm genuinely just going to call him Dad Levia, because I just don't remember his name right now. But, like, seeing him where he disowned the Levia kids, and seeing him in the fucking Endwalker video where he's just like, nah, we're just gonna not do anything, Lamau, fuck you. I'm ready to just slap him upside the head. You know, regardless of how valid his reasons are or not. Okay, horse chestnut gear. So remember, don't crack this for warrior. Don't crack this for warrior. I thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Lorelei and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you may all have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Fair, honestly. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldesion Annex. How does that sound? Works for me. It is a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Leviera estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. I am equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place that my kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. Annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. Yes, we'll see you there. What about Arianje? Where are you going? I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. Oh man. I wonder if any of it's got to do with Moonbreeder. What have you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Sure. But I could... Oh. Look, it's Estinian. It's fine. It's fine. Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be the perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Of course, if you'll have me. And Lorelei, Sharlayan awaits. I don't like... The quest accepted music in Endwalker is like the one thing that I haven't really been a fan of. Because I've been obviously hearing it from... Because I'm level 80 Reaper, so, you know, no shit, I've done the Reaper questline. And I gotta say, I really... Especially compared to Shadowbringers before it. Like, the actual OST for Endwalker, I've heard is incredible. And the little bits I've heard of it, incredible. But the quest accepted music, it just doesn't feel right to me for some reason. I don't know why I feel this way, I just do. Alright, what's Krog got to say? His enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it? After you, my friend, I am more than content to follow your lead. Grahatir is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. The event you use the Ethernet, Grahatir will catch up so long as you remain in the same area. So he needs to act more like a cat than actually a cat, I know! It's very funny and I love him for it. You can leave Grahatir behind, however, by entering a different area. You may also speak to him and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Grahatir accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. Grahatir is accompanying you, next try speaking with Krile. Set, and let us be on our way. First stop, amusingly enough, will be the Last Stand. It's a cafe on the west of the harbour. There's now also accompanying you. Lead you to come into the Last Stand and speak with Kral at a designated location. Ah, so I did the anniversary event, so I know how this functions, which is nice. While you're accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which offer additional topics of conversation. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Yeah, that'll be fun. And I'm gonna at least sync with the Ethernet. Oh, little speech bubbles. I'm gonna tune to this real quick, because that's kind of important, I think. Scholars Harbour. Discuss the storage facility. With all the unusual wares coming and going at all hours, I expect the assistance of an intrepid adventurer will be highly appreciated. I see no reason why you couldn't undertake any tasks which pique your interest. You've been cleared by the immigration officials after all. I look forward to the day your name is celebrated in Charlotte in the same way it is in Eorzea. Hell yeah. Nope, nope. This place is called the Peristyle and is the first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. You'll find the usual necessities for daily living and other imports vital to running an island nation, but also supplies that further Charlayan's pursuit of knowledge, namely large quantities of books, specimens, and samples. Sorting these stacks certainly seems to keep the attendants busy. Yeah, imagine it would. There was a loaf meat. Oh, yeah. Neat. Oh, Wamim. I have to take a screenshot of this person's name. There's just a few. We've been kind of laughing a little at some of the funnier Lalafell names every so often. There we go. Ah, oh, beautiful. What does this person have to say? Greetings, traveler. Welcome to Charlie. If it's knowledge you seek, you've come to the right place. Who are you? I am Wameme. An occasional. I'm assuming it's Wameme, but it might be Wameme. I don't know. Occasional lecturer at the studio. I specialize in natural geography, including the history of the world's topography and climate transitions. I had to come here for a bit of fresh air between classes, but for some reason I'm asked for directions rather often, so I decided why not act as a guide. What is this place? Charlayan is a city of knowledge, once a humble settlement founded by Archon Nyunkrepf and the refugees he rescued from the great flood of the Sixth Temple calamity. It has since flourished into the grand metropolis you see today. Prior to the Great Exodus, it was common among Eorzeans to refer to our Dravanian colony with the shorthand Charlayan, which resulted in the colonists unofficially dubbing our homeland Old Charlayan or the Old World. Alas, the name appears to have stuck. But old or new, we continue seeking knowledge from all over the world to record in the Bibliotheca Historica, among other collections of invaluable wisdom. That sounds important, actually. Bibliotheca Historica. Oh, people. Cool. What have we got? The giant statue. Yes, that would be nice to discuss, actually. Now that is a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldesion, I was usually quartered on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. Nice. This path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. Why does part of my head itch painfully? There we go. Much better. Just a little bit behind my ear. Yeah. As you know, the Charlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as a patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honoured him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Charlayans can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. Nice. Good. Freedom of the religion. Hi! You know, it's fun, it's cool. We've just entered the City of Knowledge, known as Charlayan, and I'm gonna talk about some stuff with people. Let's go to the Last Stand, our first stop. The first stop on our journey. here. And hello and welcome. Hello. Here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. Oh, right, the fucking Sharlayan bread. That was one of the things that came up in the Shadowbringers patches. There's a type of loaf called an Archon loaf, which is just like some Sharlayan scholar. Oh, I'll finish my thought and then I'll read your joke, sorry. Because I got my eyes trying to think. Some Sharlayan scholar was like, hey, nutrition is more important than anything else, and then just mixed a bunch of like fish and vegetable like stuff together to make a version of bread that apparently does not taste great, but is apparently amazingly nutritious. Great for the soul. Alright. Do you know why people should not hold coconut bars over their head? Why is that? Might fall? I'm like trying to think of the pun here in this one. I'm trying to think of the pun here, and I can't think of it. Chat highlight settings. Oh. A bunch of just things that come up. There we go. But yeah, so why do they hold coconut bars over their head? I will see when the stream catches up, I suppose. I'm gonna put this. The food is it's bland. As encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf, prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. Remember customers with a bounty over their head. Ah, I see. That is funny. I do like that. That is fucking coconut bar bounty. God damn it. I love your terrible puns. Thank you, friend. Thank you for gifting me with one of those today. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. As the name implies, the sole dedicated outpost of fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts in an isle of otherwise mediocre fare. Oof, and they would be behind bars. Lamau. Terrible. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Because you were a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient Raha. But surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when time permits and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we press on? The stairs to the side of the cafe there will take us to the Aetheryte Plaza. And that's a wrap. Lamau. Brain trying to process if the end that's a wrap part is a pun or if that's just the end of your puns, but either way. Glad someone was smart enough to be like, hey, let's, you know... What is this? Oh, it's like an actual... What? Is that like a... What is that? I'm so confused. Is that like a super placemat? I'm so confused by this. What is happening? You have the look of an outsider, and I have little unless to discuss with foreign barbarians. Oof. Oof. Buddy. Oof. Rude. The Baldessian Annex is actually really close to us. Okay. I see. I'm gonna move this up here a bit more. My fucking hot bars are still behind it though. I got it. Head to the Aetheryte Plaza, welcome you by Grahard. Crow and speak with Crow. Designated location. First I'm gonna get the shard, just because it's important. I need my fast travel. It's very important. Follow you on Twitch. Yeah, no, I remember. I saw the notification pop up last night. I was like, oh hey, I know who that is. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate that. It's why I instantly knew that a pun was coming about the coconut bar thing when you showed up. I was like, ah, I see. It's that time. And the rather gorgeous Sharlayan Aetheryte. Oh, that's just nice. That's just nice. Tune now. Give me that shit. Let's do it. Yeah, we did it. What does Graha have to say? Talk. Aetheryte looks different from how I remember it. Maybe it has changed since then. Unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that it's perfectly functioning Aetheryte. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the diligent tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluence, a research facility located on this very plaza. Its much vaunted discoveries are the reason Shalian stands at the forefront of teleportation technology. Really? In deciphering the underlying principles of elegant etherites, it allowed us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. Off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Shalian's largest marketplace. Cool. Oh. Little talkie spots. Must go to talkie spots. Need the missable dialogue. Very important. Speaking of etherites, those teleportation fees do add up after a while, which is why I tended to rely on the far cheaper ferry services. I was pleasantly surprised when Mistress Tataru informed me that the Scions are reimbursed for transportation costs as part of our duties, but I find old habits hard to break. That and I'd rather not be bothered filling out the necessary paperwork. Wait. I guess technically MSQ is what's meant here by being reimbursed for teleportation fees. The fact that you get gil from actually doing the main quests. That's the entrance to the Confluence. I have no doubt their expertise will prove useful at some point, so I suggest you remember the way here. So just go teleport here, go up, go here. Easy. Done. There's the market board. Every good city needs one. But have we been Ishgarded, and is there a company chest? There's not. Good. I love that. I love that for us. Unless it's here? Nope. Cool. Thank you. Alright, what have you got to say for yourselves, friends? Discuss the bookstalls. Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment. How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Poor Graham. Perhaps I'll return here later, then. These little open-air bookstores are so uniquely Shalian. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visited other nations. I mean, yeah, it is kind of nice. I'm glad that they do have that. Where am I going proper next? Ah, I see. Full plate armoire. What? What? Eh? Oh. Oh, I can still buy the sword. It just won't be as good. It'll also cost me 45,000 gil. Is that so important? Ha! Funny. Good. 432 gil. Sure, let's do it. Let's repair everything I have, because apparently everything is, in need of... Ah yes, I picked up Arcanist just last night, and I've already got it to level 60. At least I can now run leveling with it, which is something. What do we got? Welcome to the Agora, where you can find wares made in Shalian, as well as a wider selection of imported goods. They also used to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out, for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place than to stock up for your big adventure. Wow, next big adventure. Wow, imagine if I could read English. Holy sh... Aussie mining in Final Fantasy. BHP Gillet. Terrible. That one I liked quite a bit, actually. That was pretty good. No better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Cool, I finally read the sentence correctly. I can finally progress. Am I overselling it? Oh my god. She's copying you. Kral is copying a thing. On a more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aetherite Plaza, follow the path up north, and climb the stairs to that imposing building at the very top. Cool. I love imposing buildings. Those are my favorite. Oh my god. I still love that. Just as I'm getting puns from you, then I get one from Kral as well. Because of course. It's proof that puns are the jokes of the enlightened. Because she is a very intelligent person, so... It's proof. It's the justification that you didn't need, but it always is fun to have. Money is a social thing in this game. Join a guild. Unfortunately, there are no guilds, there are free companies. Well, technically there's the guilds for, like, the different classes, but... So the joke still does technically work. There we go. You've done it. We've done it. What do we got? for extra chat. The water features. These little decorative features are typical of Sharlayan architecture. Aside from the research wing, our headquarters on the Isle of Val were rather simple and rustic by comparison. This is the Nymphaeum, an area dedicated to the blessings of water. For Sharlayans, water represents more than a life-sustaining liquid. It is a reminder of the great flood which precipitated the birth of our nation, as well as a symbol of the knowledge which flows from Thaliak's divine Ewer. This is the reason you see an abundance of fountains throughout the city, and the propensity for utilizing water as a decorative feature in our architecture. Neat! That's cool. I like that they, I like when they just think about and, have just good kind of world lore like that. Usually pretty good about it in this game, which I do like. Archon's design. Where would that take me? I'm kind of scared. Where would this... I guess it may be into the Hall of Artifice? Or into the building further? The Rostra. Is that where the Forum is? I bet that's where the Forum is. I bet that's the goddamn Forum. Bloody government. Ethernet. 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 If you get an express backpack, does it hold 12 items or less? It's a very excellent question. I do not know. Thankfully, my backpack holds quite a few more than that. Otherwise, I would be well and truly screwed. Oh, I gotta shove these into my retainer's inventory. Alright. What you got to say, Kral? This grand structure before you is the Rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the councillors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. You are just a sheep. Do you get its wool worth? That is a very good question. That is an excellent question. Oh. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named Journey's End. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. We started the last stand and we end at Journey's End, huh? Okay. Oh, did not mean to swing my axe around, but hey. What do these people have to say? Oh! Oh, Helzen. Dang it. I thought I saw an aura and I was like, oh, excitement, but then no, I was lied to by my own eyes. Is this open? Nope. Cool, good. Love that. That's the only, there's no... Oh, there's like 2 whole... Oh. Oh. That's why I'm here. An axe and find an egg. Hatchet. Lamau. Very Lamau. Of course, I've been brought to the Levier estate. Of course. We've arrived at Journey's End. History tells us this was there those who put ashore with Archon Nyunkrep built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Sharlayan families. You'll see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbours. That estate belongs to our friends from House Levier. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be an entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, should we head directly to the Baldesian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbour, cross the bridge to our right, and then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza? Correct. After you, Lorelei. Excellent. I'm just going to attune to some Aetheryte here, because... Just because I'm not presently welcome in a Levier estate doesn't mean that I'm not going to help my friends, my besties, reclaim their family name and, you know, be welcome here again. For clarification, for those who don't know, my friends Alphino and Alice, the lovely good friends that they are, got disowned by their dad, who is the leader of the forum, I believe, and, you know, of the Levier family, and that's cool and fun, because they did not deserve that in the slightest. Because they were disowned for, you know, helping people in a giant war, as in helping people not get killed by a giant war. Find a healer, your character has the runs. Thanks. Terrible. Awful. You will, I'm assuming that you will never run out of puns, which is not a bad thing, but it is a funny to me. Whee! Not even using sprint. Just regular run walking. Just not going to talk to these people. Whee! Whee! Alright, what have you got to say, friends? Sharlayan is full of educational and research institutions, but there are still professors who prefer to establish their own private practices. Not that I ever attended the exclusive schools they run in these residences. Perhaps the twins could tell you more about them. I have not slept yet for my graveyard shift. Buddy, I appreciate you coming here, but if you need sleep, if you've been up for like, I don't know, 20 hours or however... When did I... It was a while. I saw you a while ago. If you need sleep, absolutely feel free to take it. I do appreciate you being here, and I do genuinely enjoy the puns, but... Man, if you need sleep, that's kind of important. I say as someone who keeps going to sleep at 6 AM instead of, you know, reasonable times. It's fine. Right, we cross this bridge here, as I recall. Stick to the path and be careful not to end up back in the Aetheryte Plaza. I mean, we can end up in the Aetheryte Plaza if we want. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. There is... Ah, the Studium, I see. Oh, that's... Okay. I was wondering about the different, like, locations I've seen in the ENDWALKER trailer video. I'm assuming that this is where Graha was, and this would be where... Yeah, the fucking Forum are, and therefore it's where Y'shtola went. Oh, boy. Sharlayan would keep its own council. Because of course it would. Why would these people with all their knowledge and stuff, you know, actually help prevent the deaths of like the entire planet, right? Why would they help us with, you know, one of the most important undertakings of the era? I want to cry. As the joyous look on Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldesian Annex. Baldesian, right? If you continue up the hill, you'll arrive on the doorstep of Phenomenon. It is Phenomenon. I was like convinced I misread that word. I know the word Phenomenon, but I'm convinced it was going to be like a made-up almost there word. But I think we've explored enough for one day. We can take you there another time. Inside with you then. In we go. Cinematic. In we go. Did any clocks break at your work last night? Last time I pushed a clock forward, it fell off the table. Ha! Funny. Also, I don't know, because the clock changing happens after I leave. Thankfully, none of my clocks are broken. Just, you know, lost an hour of sleep. Actually, I didn't lose an hour of sleep, because I wasn't asleep at the time. Well, now. I'm back, and I brought Lorelei and Raha with me. Ah, you're right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. I want to know who this person is. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Lorelei. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika. Ojika Sunjika. My god, I love Lalafell names! They're so good! Ojika Sunjika. It's been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Sunjika, the administration officer for the students of Baldesian. I don't even know if I just said it right. I think I did. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. The champion of Eorzea has featured prominently in Kral and Graha's reports, so for me this is akin to seeing a fabled hero come to life. It is an honor to make your acquaintance. The place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of Val served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlayan, whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. The Annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters, along with the Isle itself, vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. Oh! Right. The only reason I'm up is that I was up all night completing Judgment. I'm assuming that that's a high-level duty that I haven't seen yet. I'm scared. But I've just had a thought, story-related. The whole Isle of Val vanishing thing, I thought that was related to rejoinings, but since rejoinings are much more cataclysmic events and it definitely wasn't one of those, I have to wonder if perhaps the Isle disappearing was is related to the reason that Charlian doesn't want to intervene in anything. Like, maybe it was a warning shot from the Asians or something, who knows, because a whole fucking island just being removed from existence is a pretty scary warning shot. Yakuza game that is not Yakuza. Ah, okay. Nice. Well, Yakuza games are good. I need to play those at some point, honestly. Might as well try them on stream and whatnot. Because I've just never played them, and I know I should, because they're just absolutely fucking incredible and hilarious. And yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we will see the students rise again. But first, we must ensure that the Telophoroi fail. Or fall, rather. Either way. Fail and fall. Through that door on the left there is the main hall where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. You probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Hell yeah. Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze. Catboy talking about naps is good. Good content. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed, far more so than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. It was simply that we were so often busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Play Zero first if you do, it's the best, easily the best one. Alright, Yakuza 0 first, before the first game. I will do my best. Say the word and I'll be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. Understandable. Hello there. I just did all that, didn't I? I did. I see the hammer and the word mender and I'm just like, must mend things, even though I literally just did that. I'm going to very quickly take a little toilet break. It should not be very long. I will be back in just a memento. I'm back. Let me just get that bloody bloomin' thing. There we go. Game back. I have also obtained hydration equipment, which is to say a glass of water. Very important. I should actually have had some and then refilled it, but you know. Ah, delicious. Do you have papers pasted on the walls of your room? It was not unusual for occupants to pin up notes or documents and such, and then forget to take them when they went on their merry way. Sometimes it was quite deliberate, though. You might see complaints addressed to other members, or a thank you card for the engrossing literature someone left behind. Beloved traditions that I should know better than to dwell upon. If you are to create a future for the students of Baldesion and so many others, we must look to the days ahead. What's in here? Wait. Ready for a nap? Ah! I see. Right. Thought I was supposed to speak to Graha for that, but it's Ujika. That's how... Okay, so instead of an inn, we get, like, this. Oh! Goodness me, that's beautiful. That is nice. The music in here is also just absolutely excellent. Let's just get rid of things that I really just... I mean, nothing else will be duplicated. Oysters on the half shell. I know it's probably an actual thing, but my brain can only read a sentence like that in the tune to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wait. Is it because the item is no longer being sold, or...? It's a circlet of scouting, so I don't need it. I mean, that'll be important if I ever get to... Scholar level 50, but I probably don't know if I will. Oh, gosh, this music is just beautiful, though. I am selling an item in the Eldar markets. I was confused for a second there. Inventory. You, I guess. I don't like losing these for some reason. Some stuff I just put in here just because I'm like, What does it actually look like? With the clothes on, please, thank you. That's not a bad look for an axe. I still prefer the hive axe, though, just because Ravana is my boy. I love him. Does that, like, perfectly fit with my shoulder? It does. I love that. That's great. I'll throw it in. I'm not exactly hurting for Ravana Prisms, and I can always get more. Oh, fucking scouting things! Go away! Leave my inventory! So many things of scouting, which is a problem given that I don't bloody play that class at all. Rogue Ninja. Rogue/ninja. Where are you, you little shit? I should sell you through fucking whoever. Open armory chest. Hats. You, get out of my inventory. Fuck off. Go away. The cap. The Ishgardian cap of aiming, it's important. Sort. I'm mad because I need this for fucking... because I'm leveling all the tank classes like a fool. Hairpin offending. I need to keep that. If it's offending, I basically need to keep it, which is super annoying. And now I've also... now I've also got fucking Arcanist, which is a mistake, but it was worth it. So now I need to keep all of my levels, my stuff of healing as well, like a fool. I can't. There's no space in that inventory. I don't know why I thought I could do that. I have too many pairs of pants! Goodbye. I'm just gonna sell it for like 3 gil. It's better than just discarding it. I get something out of it at least. Bloody too many stupid pairs of pants! What are you? Nice. That's important, but thing is only up to... I need more space in my inventory somehow. I'm mad at myself for all of this stuff I keep out of foolishness. $15 versus 1. Cool. We've made some space in my inventory. It's close enough. Yes. Give me that gil. Or yeah. Yes. So, let's do the thing and progress the game. The room is cool and I like it, and I think that's a fun way to have an inn room without actually having an inn. That is a person, suddenly. That is fine though. Main hall, main hall, main hall. Let's go. Okay. Feeling refreshed and alert. Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. Ah, damn, I don't have much longer to go before I have to stop because of things that I've got on today. I'm really sad about that, and I wanted to... I should have started earlier, but I couldn't have, and I'm mad about it. Ah! It's my own fault.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
Okay, what time do I need to stop? A little under an hour, unfortunately. It's going to be a real short one.
We're all here now.
Yep.
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
To defeat the Hunts. Can't help myself. Brain.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see 2 paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal.
Okay.
The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy.
And yet?
Bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois.
Right.
Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous.
How?
Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
Good question.
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldesion. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth.
Okay.
Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Favner.
Oh!
Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
That does make sense, unfortunately.
In response to this threat, the Satrap of Radzat Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
But the means is
artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts.
Oh.
It is possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
So that's how they do the split then.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Okay.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Smart
Anything
friends.
to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Yeah. Good call, honestly.
Of course! The more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Let's hope. Only having 45 minutes is not fun. I have to keep an eye on the clock because of stuff happening today. I needed to start. I knew I was going to just drive myself insane if I didn't start ENDWALKER soon. But I also just am like so packed and busy, you know, today and tomorrow and just ideally Tuesday and Wednesday I should have a bunch of time. Tomorrow is my Monday because AEST. Ideally I'll have a bunch of time soon. Just be able to just play, sit down and play for a few hours. Alright. I'll start with the Thavnair group though when I miss what I look first. It's back to Thavnair. I don't know, earlier I would have considered more suitable attire. I have read much on the subject of Radzat Han. This visit shall be my first. It will be interesting to see how the Hanish mean to contend with the tower, different as their magical and technological disciplines are. Thavnair bound. What is a blend of yogurt and spices? The refreshing drink is infused with the mellow sweetness of the amber fruit. Okay. Thavnair direction. Let's go. I have Kral's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by ether. What of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kral was of the same mind and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. The Confluence, thou sayest. I'm afraid so, my friend. Thou wilt recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee, owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbreeder. Moonbreeder was an authority on etherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Yep, okay, I thought that might be it. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame my courage failed me at the last, as it hath the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus I have kept my silence. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite, I assume. That's how you say that word. Kite. Hi, as a kite. Let's go. I will attend to this end of things later. Horse chestnut gear. So, who needs that, actually? What's Reaper's gear currently? 500, 530. Mostly. Samurai, what do you have? 530. God damn it. I did the thing again, didn't I? So basically, none of my classes that are of a relevant level. Well, I think it's time to crack it for Astrologian, so I can... I'll just leave it until I need it. I'll leave it until I need it. Archon's Design is the name of this series, is it? Interesting, yeah. I'm glad that the actual Archon concept finally matters. Because it's like, it's always kind of been there in the background, and it's like, you know, obviously I guess it was important back in, like, 1.0. But that's, you know, 1.0. A long time ago. This was the Confluence, wasn't it? Yeah, I thought so. Let's talk to Kite. Now this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kryl of the students of Baldessian. We seek passage to Thevnir and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. That's... Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well, then allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the life stream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if we were to tell you there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? I'm scared but interested. A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years we've laboured to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And finally, we've done it. We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. How? Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to these aetherytes, but the aetherytes themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. It just so happens that our first test pair of aetherytes, one has been installed here in Sharlayan, and the other over in Yedlimard, a port town in Thavnir. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radzat Han, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum up, we're to test these aetherytes. How fortuitous for you. I should mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these aetherytes were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued within will whisk you away without any effort on your part. That's pretty good, actually. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helplessly in the life stream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it is plain that you aren't most people. Mistress Kral truly knows how to pick 'em. Cool, I love that. If I might change the subject, are Master Wolfson and Mistress Blovida not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. That doesn't sound... I see. No other Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetheryte Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. I'm scared. I want to know what Estinian's thoughts on the matter are, if he's just going to teleport himself the normal way. I shall teleport the tried and trusted way. Good luck. I knew it! Estinian! Given my experience with teleportation, I'd be lying if I said I didn't have reservations, but I will trust in Kral. Though words unsaid yet weigh heavy on my heart, I shall devote mine all to our task in Thavnir. Okay, whew. We've got this. We've got this!
Right, we're all set.
I see.
Just the 4 of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnir.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please?
I'm scared. Time to be yeeted into the sun.
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
God, I hope Thancred isn't having PTSD on this. Okay. Okay.
Oh, and one last thing.
Oh no.
You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Thanks.
What?
Pain. Ah, pain. You've left the sanctuary, you've entered a sanctuary, you discover a new location. Good. Alright, well I made it. Good news, I made it. Now in this instance area, Thavnir. Oh, more than one, huh? It's pretty rare, in my experience. Off to Rads.
Thavnir, home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples.
Of course.
Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time.
Well, I made it just fine.
Across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance?
Just out like a light. Oof.
Against such an insidious foe.
Uh-huh. Oh, it's considered Ilsabard. I see. I see.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. Should help settle your bellies.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Thank you.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh, fuck. Alright. Well, it's up to me to save our dollars, Gil. Come on, Warrior of Light. You've got this. You managed to will yourself to your feet, but given your condition, will you be able to reach Justinian in time? Oh, I was really hoping that would work. Please, come on now. Ether sickness. Justinian! No, please, stop! Ah! Game! Please! Ah! I got him! You there, I need 3 drinks, something that will help us with ether sickness. I meant to you, a traveller. I mean, greetings. Greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me, and my special Amra Lassi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is famed for calming unruly bellies. By way of warm welcome to Thavni, I'm pleased to offer you for the low praise of 19,800 gil, for not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high in word robbery, and you want to say as much for Sinian, but you realize any words of one you cry would be accompanied by your last meal. I stand before Sinian using gestures and deny that the deal is fair. Quick! Quick! Get him down, Mr. President! I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie. This merchant is swindling me. Wah! Sincerest apologies, sir, but if you don't have my prices confused, it's actually 1,890 gil for 3 bottles of lassie. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Yeah, bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. I'm gonna fucking die on my way there. Back after I've explored the town. Please, 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 please don't collapse. Oh, I'm gonna just fucking get hit with the sickness on my way there. Or I'm not. Enjoy it. Praise speech of the 12, my stomach doth loosen its death grip. My heartfelt thanks to thee, Anastinian, and to the fine fruits of this land. You were in time? Excellent, you've spared us Tara's wrath. Damn it. Sweet, sweet release. If you hadn't already, you should have yours too. Ha ha ha. I thought I recognized this music. This is the music that plays when you're in the Lemur's, like, hideout in Thanalan. This is Lil Sabatian music indeed. Alright, I'm ready to get on with it. That lassie truly worked wonders. Oh, Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. I have bound it. 'Tis the most I could do against this heat short of shedding my armor. May I ask where you got the cord from? A local vendor, the man said it's Thavnarian weave. Tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. A steal, I was told. There's nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. Alphino once bought a sword for the price of, like, a good house, and everyone got mad at him for it, and somehow Estinian is worse, and that's the funniest shit imaginable. Oh. Yeah. Surely it seems a bit excessive in this location for the prices. I'm inclined to agree with thine assessment. It doth seem excessive, unusually so. Claiming Thavner as its dominion, the nation of Radzat-Han hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Arkasodara, a Matanga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to join by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Harnish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over. Development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Radzat-Han, yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must needs be maintained through judicious governance and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travellers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, mayhap that the people have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, 'twould be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've naught to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek out Kral's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedlamad? I'm guessing how that's how you say that. Excellent. We didn't exactly get off to a flying start, but we'll make up for it. We're here. It didn't take us a month. It was worth it. 9,400 gil. My man spent 9,000 gil on a hair tie. Is it truly so amusing to see my hair bound? 'Tis how I used to wear it. A functional fashion. Perhaps you were confused by how you found me following Nidhogg's demise. It had fallen loose after the Chirurgeons removed me from my armor and put me to bed. I simply decided to leave it that way for a time, seeing as I would not don the Azure Dragoon's helm again. I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's still notable, buddy. It's a gemstone trader. Oh, gemstones are still relevant here. Okay, interesting. That's good, though. What do we got? Stomach behaving once more. Thancred is ready to get to work. Right, let us split up and make inquiries in town. Lorelei, the pier is yours. Once we've learned what we can regroup by the Aetheryte, off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Oh. Off to the pier I go. I will talk to the gemstone trader later. This is like a proper sized map, right? Okay. Huh. Okay. Wait. Wait a second. In that direction, you say? Okay, it's called the Great Work. Alright, that's interesting. A little bit spoopy. Don't think I'm going to get there anytime soon. Crate is laden with fruits, but they are on the verge of spoiling as if they have been left too long. It's not ideal. I guess people have been abducted into the tower. Oh, there's also a person here I should talk to. Well now, if it isn't a traveller, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Naranair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no, it had to spawn fell fiends as well. Well, we still have our lives thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us, only the gods know. Ah. Shit. That does explain a little about the exorbitant pricing of the location. South is not a direction I can take myself. Gazing out from the pier, you spy boats moored off nearby isles, with the silhouettes of larger seafaring vessels further away. Compared to the other ports you visited in the past, there appears to be very little activity. I see. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Kalzal. I don't envy his position. Better to be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveller by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kalzal a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at the Saltwind Sails, the Harbour Guild building across the water from here. There. Someone named Nadi. I like this, so they're like... Yeah, they're like big elephant lads, I like that. I'm a fan. Guild stuff. What do you expect me to do? Dalmascans aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's the tower sitting on our doorstep spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. This will be an enormous loss. Alright. Forget about the Dalmascans. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicines, all the perennial Harnish favourites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kalzal, I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. No, friend, I'm sorry. I see, that's a shame. Sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsya, and I'm here to see Kalzal. It seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. I could talk to you. Maybe. Yeah, speak with Matsya. Thought so. What's up, big guy? I love them. I love them very much. Yes, can I help you? I remember seeing you back in the guild. You wanted to speak with Kalzal too, did you? I'm Matsya, a fisherman of Akiali, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kalzal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man and I dare not disturb him. If I may ask, what is it that you do? Also, I like that it's called Fisherman's Friend. That's just kind of funny to me. It's funny. An adventurer, you say, and you travel the world helping people. Then it must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I brought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've only ever dealt with Kalzal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, would you not peddle the fish in my stead and show me how it's done? Try. If you're willing, please let me know when we can begin at once. The events to follow cannot be skipped. You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. Sure, fuck it, let's go. You'll do it then. Show me how to deal with customers. I'm in your debt. Right, please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedlimud. I will observe you and learn. Once you now accompanying you, keep him at your side. Name is during a different area. We're speaking with him and selecting the option to part ways. If you have much to see it, join you again. Return and speak with him at the original location. Cool. Well. Speak with Maruna. I love them. I love them so much. I'm scared. The music does not give me high hopes for what's about to happen. Yes. Greetings, friend. How fare you of late? Greetings to you too. I suppose I'm well enough given the circumstance. Things have settled down somewhat, but it was utter chaos when that tower first appeared. Everyone grabbing whatever they could, trampling over each other to get to the city. Many remained there for now, but I could not stay away. Had to come back, continue with my life, such as it is. Whether or not it was the right choice, only time will tell. No place like home, but don't do anything dangerous, eh? Oh, trust me, I don't. I make sure to keep well clear of the tower, and when more monsters emerge from it, I heed the Radiant Host's instructions. I hope that they deal with it soon so we can get back to our normal lives, to the days when you could earn as much as you gave and tuck into a meal satisfied that you did good work. New meals. Why not have some fresh fish today? Fresh fish, you say? Oh, you're a fishmonger. When you bait me like that, how can I not bite? Very well, give me some of your fish. Hell yeah, pun time. Thank you for your custom. The catch of the day is Shallow's Cod, delectable stewed in coconut milk or baked with a sprinkle of salt. You succeed in making a sale. Hell yeah. Hey. I'd surprise you. This isn't technically my job, but it's kind of my job. Sort of. Kind of. Very slightly. Not quite. Sales isn't really my job, but I do sell things to people, and I have convinced people to buy stuff before, so I have an inkling of how best to do it. Small though it might be. Jump. Nashareen, you say? Alright. Let's see how this goes. A hawker, are you? Do you sell fruit by chance? So I want to buy some armor. Let's say a dozen. They don't need to be export quality. And that's what you need so many armor for. By for eating, of course, it may seem like a lot, but of late I go through that much in no time at all. I'm a stock taker by trade, but with no vessels coming these days, the wares are beginning to pile up. By the same token, nothing is coming from overseas, but not a day goes by without someone doesn't come asking when the next shipment is arriving for this and that, and this and that. All the wears me down, and I find myself feeling constantly hungry. I know how you feel. Thank you. I pity you don't sell fruit, but I enjoyed a little chat. It took my mind off my troubles for a moment. Oof. I whiffed it. Never mind, nothing else. You left her with a positive impression. Let's move on to the north side of town, shall we? I was, like, convinced that there'd be another, like, you know, another sale. Yeah. Maybe I should have gone with the Amra Shmamra one. It just felt kind of rude to me, and I was like, maybe not. I guess sometimes you have to be a little bit pushy. Ooh, I don't want to risk it too hard. I'm gonna make 3 sales though. Oh, I've beans this up, haven't I? But there's only 3 people and I've fucking failed it. In my mind, there would have been a third option there. We're like, well, if not armor, how about some fish, right? Just, you know, add that in. I would have... I don't know. I'm a little annoyed now, actually. Because I can see how I would have taken that conversation from there. Let's see how this goes. What is it? If you don't mind, I'm rather busy. Oh god, it's my stomach. Oh. With the sickness, no, nothing so unusual. In a hurry to get back to work, I just ate a little too quickly. Good morning. Oh, good time. I was not here for a long time. Ah, hi, Peas. How you doing? Food is the last thing I need right now. Go see fish someone else. Yeah, I figured that might not work. Never mind, we just approached him a bad time. And timing is everything, yes? Ah, thank you so much for your demonstration. It was truly an eye-opening experience. Come, let us return to the pier. Okay, yeah. So, the second guy should have gone a bit more on, and then... fuck. I beamed to that, now I want to know how to have done that. Yeah. Oh, hey, it's this person! I've seen this person around a lot. You're the business-minded, for want of a better word, but at least they're welcoming of foreigners. In ordinary times, this harbour must overflow with visitors from all over the world. Yeah. Dang it. Doing quite well so far. How are you? I'm not bad. Not bad. I'm, you know, I'm glad you're doing well. Yeah, I'm annoyed that I'm so pressed for time in these next couple of days, so that I only get to do a short stream today. I've only been going for, what, 2 hours, 10 minutes, and I've got another... like 15 or so minutes at best, which makes me rather sad. Not even, really. I should actually probably stop after this, which makes me sad. Thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. You managed to sell one of the 3 people you approached. It was difficult, but when you put your mind to it, you succeeded. Though you did fail too, and there are lessons to be learned in both success and failure. By applying yours, I'll endeavour to become a better peddler. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope things will return to normal for Kalzal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, but who should it be but Matsya? Kalzal, have you finished with your business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me, try as I might, I can't find any buyers. No ships coming in and hardly any going out. There simply aren't any options at this rate. So you can't buy my fish anymore? I'm sorry, Matsya, I truly am, but for now you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do, but as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters is my witness. So... Not to worry, using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. I'll turn in Fisherman's Friend here, and then I probably have to stop, and that makes me sad. Peas, you only just joined in, and I'm sorry to have to be going pretty soon afterwards. I'm mad about it, but I have stuff on. I can't really be late for. That's the whole thing. At least I'll resist from playing MSQ while I'm... I'll resist playing MSQ while I'm not streaming, and I'll try and stream again on Tuesday and Wednesday both. So that it's still, you know, doable. What does Justinian have to say? Here you are, gotten over the ether sickness, have you? Yet, owing to the island's small size, the tower's impact upon the people's lives doth appear to be more pronounced here than in Eorzea. I see you've been busy. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. Yeah, people are fucked and having a bad time. See, we also heard the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use the faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Telophora. Pain. I don't want to stop now. I don't want to stop now. I've barely started. This sucks. I gotta get petulant shout about this one. It makes me sad. Unfortunately, I gotta go. Which means, but I'll be back. I'll be back in what's today? Sunday. So in not just 24 hours, but in a good like 48, maybe only 43-ish hours. The point is, I'll be back on Tuesday in the afternoon. I'll try and do like a nice long, you know, main story stream for this game because I really want to play it, and I really want to, and I got to do it on stream because partly because I promised, and partly because I just don't want the record of it disappearing into nothing because that would be real bad. So yeah, you know, thanks to those of you who stopped by. Yeah, and I'll be back in a couple of days. It'll be hopefully good fun, hopefully a good continuation of things. Hopefully you'll enjoy, and yeah, see you next time. Bye.